this, you know, trying to forecast what's happening. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can take into account, like how much have they been practicing, what kind of team is it, how are the players playing, and all this stuff. Well, and then Forest happens, and he drops 36 kills in one game. And if you make the analogy to like a weather type forecast, that's the equivalent of the weatherman just saying, and then a meteorite is going to hit, I don't know, the Balkans or something, and it's just, you know, you can't account for it. I mean, there's no adjusting for that kind of stuff. That's what Forest just was, basically a meteorite right in the face of LDLC.
Nip have got like meteorites in their pocket, because that's the thing is, like, that's the beauty of that team. I was just walking around kind of like going over that, and it's like, you think about Nip, not only are they able to turn situations that they shouldn't be able to win pretty much into all of a sudden situations that they're coming out on top, but they have the ability to just bring these players up to the fore. Forrest steps up, Get Right steps up, Exist has a sick match. Like, the one player will decide to step up for the team and make that difference that gets them the map. And that's what's put them on the top for so long and made them basically the best team in the world.
Really, really frightening thing. And a big thanks to everyone who's subscribing. I think we're now to 155 subscribers in one day, which is completely ridiculous, guys. So a big thanks. Obviously, I hope we can give you guys something in return. The knife is one thing, but maybe we can find a little bit more to do in later on, because this is really overwhelming. And it helps us out a lot. The money that keeps the channel running is in large part due to the subscriber program. So we definitely appreciate it, and it's a huge reason why we can keep doing what we're doing here on the channel. And also another one we should be thanking is, of course, Caseking for helping us out with all of this. Wouldn't be happening without them. And yeah, we're really, really happy that we can be working with them and proud to be doing this tournament with them. And a quick reminder as well, this won't be the last game of the evening. Of course, we have Na'Vi waiting for one of these two teams. And at this point, no matter who wins, I have no idea how that game is going to turn out. I've been trying to think about that today. Like, LDLC versus Na'Vi, to me, seems completely unpredictable, and Nip versus Na'Vi seems just as unpredictable, so I really don't know.
I think the only thing that's certain is that it's going to be a sick game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can say for sure.
Well, here we go. The pistol round is already coming up, and we are ready.
And Apex already starting us off here with a kill onto Exist and Suicide there.
Kaylee missing a lot of shots here. Actually gonna go down. He tried to smoke them off, but they just ignore that smoke. Now they're gonna be rushing up on short, and Happy's ready and waiting. That's one sick click with the USP, and Forrest and Get Right are gonna be left alone. Get Right down the middle with only 18 HP. Forrest has enough health here, and sometimes, as we've seen, Forrest is enough.
Forrest could be enough. Get Right's still got one kill, though. He's still got bullets on that CZ-75, but they've made the right call here, LDLC. They're right outside the front door as Nip come through. They're not going to be able to get this plan unmolested.
No, I don't think so. Get Right in the corner. C-set's a very good pistol to have here. The bomb will go down. So that's a bit of a win for NIP already now. Forrest with a one-click. Now it's back into a 2-on-2. Can they hold it down? There is a kid picked up right now in LDLC, and they're going to be charging in, and it works! Forrest and Get Right! A double kill each, and they win that situation right back. What a sick comeback from NIP.
What a sick fumble from Apex. That was completely unnecessary from Apex, and that pretty much gave away the round from LDLC. They should have had that easily with a 3v2 retake, especially given how low HP Get Right was. Apex doing a pretty silly peek, actually, and giving away a kill to Forrest.
Oh.
And that was after a great play from Apex on long as well. So it seemed like Apex was fired up. You're watching him, you're like, okay, this guy's got it, right? He's feeling it right now. And then somehow, and that was on top of LDLC making the right call, getting the read, knowing that Nip were going B, and then getting right outside as that bomb went down. They had all the time in the world to set up a play, and it just fell apart completely.
I guess one of the more positive things for NIP that round is the fact that it was Get Right who opened that up for NIP with his, usual lurker role. Getting that frag in mid and basically clearing everything out and creating a passage for Forrest and him to actually get onto that B site. So that's a good start for NIP.
Oh, Uzi, a lot of targets right ahead. Happy's going to turn around, can't get the shot, and he's going to be backed up as well. Forrest will take him down from the middle, so a decent idea to hold that bomb site from LDLC, but they couldn't find the initial kill. I think the opening frag there, if Uzi gets that, it's a little bit different, but it doesn't really work out.
No, it wasn't meant to be this time. Kaylee with a nice shot on Get Right, trying to lurk through mid doors there. There's still another man here, however, that's Forrest, but he's well within lethal range. If Maniac can close the gap, catch Forrest off guard, this could go south fairly quickly. It is going to be Kaylee, however, who's going to pick up that kill. And now 2 kills going LDLC's way is not bad.
What?
Make that 4.
Well, I don't think they can win it because there's almost no time left here, and they don't have a kit. But that's still a very impressive round. I mean, Vendetta, how much do you think this is going to impact the later game here?
Later stages, not all that much, but just this upcoming round can be potentially huge for LDLC. I'm actually curious to see if... Well, they do have head armor already and 2 AKs, so I'm surprised to see if the remaining 3 members are going to buy up and if they're going to go all in on this. Yeah, Kelly's dropping... Well, he dropped his AK actually, so he's going to hold on to a FAMAS instead of keeping the AK himself. But yeah, this is full committal from LDLC, and I think it's the right choice.
Really interesting decision coming out here. And NIP, are they going to straight rush the bomb site? No, they must be slowing it down after the smoke comes up. But I think if that smoke hadn't happened, they might have just kept going. Happy down here with the CZ 75, the only one with the pistol. Forrest not checking the corner. It's going to be an instant kill. Second one comes in. Happy. My God, he's fast.
Holy hell, he's so on point tonight. Happy. He's got to have a grin on his face after that play. 2 kills with the CZ. And that stops at Nip, but Freiburg over at Longhouse manages to find Maniac, who was pushing out. Bit of a mistake there from LDLC. And Fiflaren now takes out Apex. Nip have found a way back in this game despite Happy's great start.
Yeah, and I can almost hear you cringe already, Vendetta.
Yeah, ugh. This is going to give me migraine. Talk about throwing away an advantage that you shouldn't be able to throw away. I have no idea what Maniac was doing that round.
No.
Was just...
Why peek long, though? That's the thing. He didn't need to go anywhere. They have the man advantage. They just need to sit.
They could have just sit perfectly still anywhere on the map pretty much and gotten more out of it than what they did from that.
Yeah, so that is a really good decision from LDLC to force the buy here once they pick up 2 AKs, and some really excellent kills from Happy, and then the rest of the decision making from there on out was terrible coming out from LDLC, and that's going to put them in a strange position now. They're going to have to eco once more, which means NIP are very likely going to be at 4-0 here in the beginning, which it could have been definitely 2-1 instead.
Oh, yeah, it could have been 2-1 in NIP on an eco. Or it should have been 2-1 NIP on an eco. So yeah, that was just LDLC making, throwing away rounds, really. Pretty much 2 rounds they threw away right there.
Real shame exists. We'll find the headshot on Uzi at the B side as well. That's not going to start things off strong here for LDLC. They've only got Happy alive, and he's already getting naded. He gets caught, and Nip have pretty much got full control of this half of the map. They can do whatever they want at this point. There isn't a whole lot that LDLC can do to stop them.
Yeah, Apex and Maniac, I mean... They were setting up for a bit of a flash combo play over on short, which is a good idea, but, you know, when it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and now they're going to be walking around. I think, he's waiting in CT spawn, or in T-spawn, sorry, so if Apex walks out here, he's going to be taken down without any problem.
This is like the lurk extraordinaire out of Get Right. The patience on this guy. He's just perfectly content to sit and wait, and Apex is a bit of the same thing.
Sometimes you wonder if Get Right has 2 monitors, so he's like watching a TV show on the other monitor while he waits for people to run into his crosshair.
He's playing League of Legends, and and then also a bit of Counter-Strike in the meantime.
Multitasking.
You know, Get Right is the CS fisherman. That's what he is. It's like a misty morning. He's sitting on the lake. He's got that cup of joe in his hand, and he's just waiting for a fish to go through. That's all Get Right is. He's the ultimate fisherman of CS.
All right. Well, let's see. There is something else we haven't talked about here, which obviously on Nuke we saw both Get Right and Forrest opening, and I think Forrest did a little bit better job than Get Right did. But on the LDLC we have Kaylee, and he is, I think, a little bit more of a dedicated type opener than any of the other 2 are. So we'll see if that's going to make a difference here for LDLC. Now is the round where they have to step it up. Apex going to peek in the middle, and Fiflaren goes down, and he peeks once more, and this is where it gets silly. That's what I don't want to see Apex do.
No, but look at Get Right. Look at the position that Nip are in now. They've worked their way up long. They've got 3 guys about to get onto this site. There's only 1 man here to stop them. That's all going to come down to Maniac now, and he gets caught immediately. Get Right with the headshot.
Yeah, and now Apex in a lot of trouble. Going to have to fall back here. Almost burned as well. Exist waiting out on short. It's actually going to be going down, so that's a bit of a problem. And Kaylee down in CT spawn. If he was out on long, that'd be a lot better. I actually think this can definitely come... No, they're not even going to go. They're going to go CT spawn and short. And Get Right's going to be flanking. But they know it.
Though.
Yeah. Oh, but they see it coming. Happy finds Get Right. The lurker, he gets shut down. This fish was too big, and now Freiburg and Forrest alive. Forrest and Freiburg, he's getting frags, but it's going to be Freiburg in a 1v1. And Kaylee coming up from CT spawn, catches him in the back. No kit, though. He doesn't have a kit. He finally picks one up, but this is going to be so close. He's not going to have the time.
No,
he's just
I don't
not going to have the time.
Oh my god.
And there was actually a kit right next to him.
I was going to say,
on the bomb site.
There was one right there. So that is a really big mistake. That just cost LDLC the round. And we're looking at a 5-0 here. A lot of things that went wrong that round for LDLC, unfortunately. And NIP, I mean, I think they should be happy that they came out with a win there.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as Garrett gets picked off by Happy there, that spells trouble for NIP, but Forrest and Freiburg did a pretty good job of holding LDLC off for long enough.
Happy waiting inside the B bomb site here. He's got backup from Uzi and already shot down. Uzi peeks, going to take down one. Fiflaren is next in line, and Uzi's going to pick up both. Very, very solid job from Uzi. This is a round that LDLC can't lose. If they lose this, they're going to be ecoing, and that's when things get really scary. We're looking at the difference between a 5-1 or a 7-0 scoreline here.
I don't really like Uzi leaving this B side alone, though. I really don't like him leaving this B side alone. He's going to rotate over to mid now, perhaps try and stop this bomb, because Freiburg has it. But Freiburg will make a pass into lower dark. Only problem is, Forrest is already out on the site. Uzi, he's left it open.
Yeah,
he can't actually go in here now to stop the plant, because Forrest is already on this site, just waiting.
Yeah, this is going to be really tricky. Grenade out as well does a little bit of damage to Uzi then, but this 2-on-3, they're going to run away from it.
Yeah, smart decision from... Wait, what?
What?
Did Freiburg burn himself?
He must have.
Well, that's...
Yeah, they're asking with the Molotov. Yeah, so he burned himself to death. I guess he's feeling sorry for LDLC.
Freiburg throwing games.
Swax solo
It's
all over again.
It's been confirmed.
He's doing a pretty bad job at throwing since they're up 6-0, or going to be up 6-0. So he needs to step up his game. But yeah, that was a solid round from NIP, and I think Uzi got caught in a pretty awkward situation. As soon as Kaylee goes down in mid there, and they actually spot out the bomb, he's kind of forced to let that B side be open, because if he, as Andrew said, if he picks up the bomb from Freiburg there, that kind of halts everything NIP does.
It's true. It's true. It does. But at the same time,
he still has the opportunity to potentially pick off Freiburg as he tries to get the bomb over to the bomb site. So I'm okay with what Uzi did. He kind of got his hand forced in many ways.
The speed defense is really, really not working out for LDLC. This is going to be another lost round. I mean, considering they're going to have to eco here, it's just not working for them. They had no smoke. They had just one flashbang to work with in that bomb site. And when that flashbang didn't work, that was it.
This is starting to get really scary for LDLC. This is starting to turn into the momentum dust, too, that we all have grown to know and love here in recent times. Well, NIP just seemed to get more and more steam. They're rolling downhill.
What's really worrying, what's really weird is that I think LDLC are getting such really great pickoffs. I mean, on the aim front, the Frenchmen are doing really, really well. Kaylee's going to go down, and Uzi's going to try and take the fight with Get Right. He will come out on top then. I mean, LDLC are actually killing a lot of NIP members in every single round, but they're just making really silly mistakes and losing the rounds anyway.
They are, and they're getting the kills at the wrong time, to put it that way. So they're not really able to fully utilize the fact that they are actually equalizing or getting ahead of NIP man-wise. And the NIP are playing pretty well right now. They're fully abusing the fact that LDLC seem to have no clue what they're doing on that B bomb site. And I think we're going to see it again.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing it over and over until LDLC stop them.
This time there's at least a smoke from Happy. I mean, this is a big upgrade from the last couple of rounds, and Get Right takes a little bit of damage through the smoke then. Down in the middle, Uzi close and Apex right here in the corner. Uzi charges in behind the flashbang, but no NIP members are flashed. Now up on short, Kaylee's ready and waiting, and a really sick pre-fire. He saw Freiburg was going to be jumping up there, and that's all they needed. So now it's a 3-on-4, and now this is where they just need to hold and win.
Don't move.
Don't move, but I'm really glad about that play, the ability to get the refrag there. Because Uzi rushing through 1-for-1, that's cool and all, but it's not quite good enough to give LDLC the edge. But Kaylee coming up from short, getting one kill and then backing off, that's big. Now LDLC have that man advantage that they can play off of here. Just play it safe, guys. Play it safe.
Yeah, Apex smokes off in the middle. Still not a fan of him just being here. You know, they have Katie right here, so they can actually almost crossfire the middle. And now down on long. Maniac looking. Not a lot of time left for NIP to get something happening. Just 34 seconds here. Fiflaren goes down and up on short. He can hear them running. This is 2-on-4. They don't have to fight this just yet. They can just wait and get it done. Exist is down with the bomb. Get right alone in a 1-on-3 and not enough time to get anything happening. So a really good round from LDLC. They keep it cool. Kaylee picks up a triple. And we're looking at a 7-1 scoreline. And this is now, as we say all the time whenever we end up in this situation, LDLC got to keep winning here. They have to. And if they win just one more round, then NIP are ecoing.
Yeah, and that kind of tells you the story of how this game was played out. As you said, they... Oh.
Sick. That's what I wanted to see.
Oh, there you have it.
I was just like, Forrest has got an AWP right now, guys. Is he going to do something magnificent with it? And Forrest doesn't disappoint.
And that's a big problem. This was part of the B defense that has been so weak. So now they're going to flash through. Uzi goes down. Fiflaren sprays blindly through the smoke. He's going to pick up the kill. Now it's a 5-on-3. And I think this round is going to be probably the most critical round of the game.
Apex's position. They don't know that he's here. He takes the peek. He takes the shot. Faces 2. And Nip play it right. They put 2 guns versus Apex's 1. And that's not going to be good enough here for the Frenchman. No spray to save the day. And now it's a 2-man advantage for Nip. They're going to make that a 3-man advantage as Forrest finds yet another kill on Kaylee at mid. And this is just all down to Maniac having to basically stay alive. Do the best he can to hold on to this gun.
This is... I don't know how to say this. I think this is the least one-sided 8-1 scoreline I've ever seen.
LDLC. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Because LDLC, as you said, they're getting frags. Not that round, though, but...
No, but they have been
on
getting
average. Yeah,
so
on
many
average.
frags. I mean, look at it. 7-7, 6-5. On the other team, it's 6-8, 6-6. But it's just almost the same. There's not much of a difference right now. But now they're ecoing. And I think this is going to be the main difference. I think once we get to 9-1, LDLC basically needs to take 5 rounds in a row. And the way they're playing... Apart from the re-peaking, they could take 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and I think they have the tools necessary now. The tools they need to do the job. Dead silence.
Yeah, I'm really blown away by what's been happening here because it's actually, I mean, 8-1 makes it sound like it's a really boring game, but it's been really, really close. It's just the Frenchman not coming out on top here. Maniac with a really good pick-off, follow-up. Apex is here, but Exist standing his ground way too strong with the headshots, and now it's going to be a 3-on-4 here. Be really big if LDLC could come in and win an eco round, but NIP aren't letting them, and Forrest picking up more kills with the AWP, and the bomb is going to go down the B-bomb side, and Get Right is actually running for the kill here.
Yeah, Get Right's. He wants that fish. This time he went to the fish. He became a harpoon fisherman. LDLC, and yet again, the thing is, Kaylee hasn't had an AWP in how many rounds now? Since the 4th round?
Yeah.
This is partly due to the fact that LDLC, even though they've been losing, well, every round bar 1, they've been doing a good job of actually saving weapons. So they've had a lot more buy rounds than what we could have expected them to have with this score. And that's a good thing. The problem is the fact that they're forcing up each and every round. So you're not building any bank, and you're not giving an opportunity to Kaylee to actually pick up an op. And now they're in a position where they have to buy up every round because you can't let NIP get off to, what, 10, 11 rounds on the T-half. That just doesn't work.
No.
Well, especially since NIP are one of the teams that actually favor the CT side of Dust 2. It was pretty much NIP were on a mission to make Dust 2 CT their strongest side out of any game after DreamHack Winter.
Well, we'll have to see if they've actually stuck to that or not. Uzi charging into the middle again behind a flashbang. They think they know he's here. Yep, Get Right's going to take him down. So that pop flash into the middle, it's a kind of a good idea, but it feels like it takes too long for them to really find anyone. And the flash wears off, and the guy in there is now really in a bad position. He's going to be all alone, and Uzi obviously went down. Apex here flashed as well. One jumps down right next to Apex. They're actually trading places, and it's Freiburg. Of course it's Freiburg jumping down. He's going to pick up the kill. Eventually goes down. Now Happy comes out into the middle, gets dropped by Fiflaren, and now it's Maniac here. 1-on-4.
And Maniac hasn't had, unfortunately for him, he's been in these weird situations where he's not able to get frags, or he's just trying to save his gun. I mean, he's going to take a peek because he knows 2 guys are fairly low, but he's not going to be able to really face this down and get in there and save the day. Now he's been boxed in as well. Get Right and Fiflaren are both waiting for him outside of A-Long.
After that one round, actually, where Maniac went too aggressively at Long and got picked off, he's just been sitting at Long the entire game, and he hasn't seen a single soul.
Yeah. I don't know. This is now it feels like I think for the first 8 rounds basically when it was 7-1, LDLC was still hitting some great shots and looked like they had a chance to win any round almost. But now it sort of feels like they're starting
Deflated.
to crumble a little bit. Yeah, now it sort of feels like they're running out of steam basically to try almost anything. I mean, they don't have any rifles anyway this round, but the best they can hope for after this is going to be 11-4.
And I don't think that's good enough.
No, I don't think that's good enough either. They really need 9-6. Like 9-6 is feasible here for LDLC. Anything less than that is just not going to be good enough versus Nip. Nip are too good on the CT side of Dust 2. I mean, for now it's just a bread and butter anti-eco round from LDLC. 2-1-2. They're really spread out across the map, and it seems like it's going to be another B play here. Nip really making it work. Forrest will find the initial frag, and there's the second one. Forrest is opening up in fine style.
Almost a pick off there. Could have been great if he had picked off Flaren. That would have given a bit of an opening, but maybe not even then. He would have been alone with the bomb, and 4 members of NIP would have been coming for him. Maniac down in spawn here. He's going to go down in just a second. Get right up on short. We'll drop him, and that's going to be it. 11-1, and we are moving straight in to the 13th round. And let's see. AWP on Happy, and there's going to be one on Kaylee. So this is the answer for LDLC. Double AWP.
Double glass cannon AWP too. No fear. Only dreams. I mean, this is it now for LDLC. It's the round that they cannot afford to lose. If they lose this round, they're done in this best of 3. Nip are going to roll over them. They're going to have way too many rounds going into the second half. And Nip really taking their time with this. Despite the aggressive push up from Apex onto Cat, he's really hunting for this Apex, trying to make it work, trying to find a target through lower dark to top mid, but he's not getting anything out of it.
No, and the aggression from him hasn't been working in the past, so I'm not sure why he's so keen on doing it. Good pick up from Kaylee down the middle. It's going to be drop Forest, which is obviously an important kill. But inside the B-bomb side, there's a lot of trouble waiting for Uzi. They're coming in from different angles. Flashbang is going to take him down, and in the middle, Apex drops, and I really don't know what's going on any longer.
Freiburg, the Freiburger striking. That was so sick.
And now it's Get Right.
Oh, he peeks. He takes the jump, and Kaylee's fast enough to get the jump shot on him. It's in a 2-on-3 now. And LDLC, do they back? Do they back off from this, Ben?
Well,
no, they can't. They can't, because guess who shows up behind everyone at Get Right? So I think LDLC, sure, they're gonna want to save, but I think they're gonna have a hard time doing it.
Yeah.
Get Right knows. Get Right knows.
Get Right actually missing a couple of easy shots then, but it doesn't really matter. It still helps to win the round because they couldn't really do anything at that point. And Get Right gets the 1 kill in. Now Kaylee wants desperately to live with this AWP, and he's going to be taking down 1 person there, so the others can't catch him. And it's going to be 12-1. Best scoreline now is 12-3 for LDLC, and 4 wasn't enough, then 3 definitely isn't. Even I can think my way to that.
Well, yeah, right now,
Infallible.
All LDLC can do is pretty much pad the box score. That's what they're gonna have to look to do, because I don't see any way they can actually come back from this.
It's not looking likely. Apex does manage to take out Get Right though, so at least LDLC this round don't have to worry about the lurker. But this is still Kaylee. AWP looking towards that A house. 3 guys sneaking out of it. He's gonna have a big opportunity here. There's the flash, and a picture-perfect flash opens it up for Nip.
And I'm just going to point out that this is the one round where Apex has decided to play defensively up on short, and it works out much better. He's already got 2 kills. Smoke's going over. He's trying to look through, see if he can get the pick off on somebody. Happy's going to take down Flaren. So 2-on-3, and oh, not quite the angle he was looking for then. Forrest is going to put down the bomb, and Exist is covering in the meantime. Oh, but jumping Apex.
Denied. Nicely done there by Apex. It's all down to Exist now. He swapped out for the AK, but Happy will find him. So LDLC, 2 rounds on the board, guys. 2 rounds on the board, and they can't save. They can't save the AWP.
Okay, so the scoreline right now is 12-2. I actually realistically think LDLC right now could be at like 6 rounds maybe if they had been playing like they just did in this round.
Well, if they just didn't mess up at the start, because that would have sent NIP into an eco. Already there, you probably worked up 2 or 3 more rounds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Such a strange game, but we'll see. We've seen crazy comebacks in the past. Maybe this is going to be one of them here. Apex looking up on short. Forrest gets to live because he had a grenade out, so that's a lot of misfortune. But Happy will pick up a kill, and Maniac goes down to Forrest, so leaving Forrest alive at 6 HP. Apparently that was enough. And down the middle, it's going to be Uzi going down. Now, down on long, we have Kaylee with an M4A1.
And it's not quite sandwich time, but there is a man, Apex, in CT spawn. And is he going to be able to land the jump shot again? The bomb is getting planted, but this time it's not happening. Apex gets a great shot on the Forest. He's taking the duel with Get Right, but Get Right will find the kill eventually and get a 6-second shot onto Kaylee.
Very nicely done. He knows where Happy's coming from as well, and Happy has a very slim chance of doing this. Get Right has to peek once and click once, and it's going to be all over here. Happy moving up, Get Right waiting, and there's the headshot. Triple from Get Right, and a sick round from him. Up to 16 kills. That was as easy for Get Right as clicking, you know, one of his desktop icons, basically. 13-2, and we're moving into the second half. NIP, they're 3 rounds away from being able to challenge the kings of the Caseking Hill tournament here, which is Na'Vi.
Second best of 3 of the night, 2 best of 3s. Na'Vi at this point, looking at this game, they've got to be wondering, okay, guys, Nip, they're looking pretty good right now. All of a sudden on this third map, Nuke, Forest. I mean, if the Forest strikes, the trees come after you. They seek revenge. I don't know.
That game is, if it ends up being those two teams playing, that game is going to be so unpredictable. I really don't know how to read Na'Vi any longer. Not sure anyone else does either.
I think versus a team like Nip, they're definitely going to be bringing their A game.
We won't be seeing Nuke either because Na'Vi don't play Nuke, so it'll just be a very different best of 3.
I would love to see Nip on Mirage versus Na'Vi, but I highly doubt that'll happen.
No.
I would love to see Cash.
Yeah, that's actually very likely, I
fun.
think. I think that's a very good chance that will happen. Well, Exist starting off here, Freiburg as well. Maniac going to take down Forest. That's a good kill. Coming into the bomb side here. It's just Freiburg inside, and he has more bullets, Maniac, and that's going to win him the duel. Swaps out for USPS. It's a 2-on-3 favoring NIP, and up from behind as well. Get Right knows exactly where they are, so now they're sort of weirdly boxed in here.
Oh, they've got him stuck. They've got a man on the B site. They've got a man waiting here. Get Right with that CZ-75. Gets dinked immediately, but he's still alive. Get Right somehow. Happy has to fall back, and he's going to get chased right into the waiting arms of Exist, who's looking for the flank through the B dark tunnels. Happy, is he going to react? Is he going to look left? He's not.
No.
The knife! The knife! Oh, it's not going to happen.
But he wanted it. He definitely wanted it.
Did you hear the sound?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that there's an echo.
The swing, I just hear the swing in my right headphone.
Oh, that was beautiful. But yeah, piss around goes the way
game,
of NIP.
Right? I mean, that has to be game.
Yeah. And unfortunately for LDLC, and it's kind of a shame that the score ends up being what it's most likely going to end up as, which is 16-2, because LDLC definitely deserved more. Well, I can't say deserved because they did throw away quite a few rounds, but the game was definitely closer than what the score entails.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I guess that also is a bit of a caution to anyone who goes back and looks at previous games and just says, oh, you know, LDLC lost to NIP 16-2 on Dust 2. So that must mean they're really bad at the map or something, or NIP is infinitely better, which I definitely don't think this is the case. I don't know. I think if they had just won that one round LDLC in the beginning of the first half, I think they could have actually won this whole game. Like, that sounds ridiculous when it's this close, but yeah, walking right into Apex.
Oh, that couldn't have been easier there for Apex. Apex, take the 5-7. Get rid of that nasty gun.
Forrest, though, he's going to be in the perfect position here.
Do they check again? That's the question. Do LDLC learn from the last round?
Does Forrest go for the knife?
It's the big question. I think that's the most important question right now. He's right there and over and long. Exist just making sure no sneaky plants come in. So it's going to be all on Forrest here. We're ready for it.
Do they flash? Do they flash? They have a smoke and a flash. They're not. They're going to try and sneak their way out here, and Forrest is looking towards mid doors. He spots the barrel of the pistol, just that, and manages to react in time.
Yeah, and also it looked like they weren't going to be checking until it was too late, basically. Like they were looking for the site instead of at the corner. So 15-2, and
15-2, and a scout picked up on Kaylee.
Lay waste, Kaylee. Go. You have the hat's blessing.
13 rounds in a row for LDLC.
Live the dream, dare to hope.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a monumental task for LDLC right now, and I don't really know what they can hope for really to make this work. And Fifth Lawrence starting things off by taking down Uzi, and
well, I think if we have to say something positive, and I suppose we do eventually, I'd say LDLC can go back and look at this game here, and they can. And I think they will realize within like 2 minutes what went wrong, and it's such an easy mistake to fix. Like the stuff they did wrong here, it should be really easily fixable.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's small mistakes that has fatal consequences, and those are very glaring to anyone who watches the game. And I think LDLC are already aware of it, even without having to watch that game back.
Yeah, probably. So there it is. I mean, we get to see NIP and Na'Vi play, and this is the next game that's going to be covered.